The world is yearning for strong leadership and moral clarity, someone who knows the difference between good and bad. Auschwitz will forever remain the black hole of the entire human history. I am sure of my ability to form a good government. Jews cannot be apathetic when hundreds of thousands of refugees are searching for safe haven. My family has been rooted and intertwined with Jerusalem for generations, and I am among those who say every day, may you return to your city, Jerusalem, with compassion. Gush Etzion must be part of Israel for eternity. I don't need a UN report to tell me whether my army operates according to the international law guidelines. After a long period of division, I will unite Israel. Israel needs to separate from Netanyahu in order to separate from the Palestinians. We need to separate the two peoples. Israeli Arabs are part and parcel of Israel, and Palestinians should be separate as part of a two-state solution. Rabbis throughout the ages, from Rabbi Abraham Yitskhak Hakahan Kook onward, strictly prohibited going up on the Temple Mount, and now there is a minority group of rabbis encouraging Jews to go. Look what's going on. The Iranians are spreading military capabilities throughout the region. Look what's going on in Yemen, Hezbollah, their cooperation with Assad, terror activities the world over, undermining regimes and states. The problem is that when we speak of Plan BS, we already negate the possibility of moving on with Plan A. The needs of the business sector must be understood. There is a direct connection that cannot be severed between the diplomatic process and growth and prosperity. I promise, I will be a prime minister to everyone, for right and left, for settlers, Haredim, Druze, Arabs, Circassians. I will be Prime Minister for the center and for the periphery, for students and senior citizens. Whoever wants yesh added in the government has to vote for us. There's no other choice. With all its being, the Labour Party supports Israel as a Jewish and democratic state. Labour built the state, and its leaders formulated the Declaration of Independence, the foundational document that anchors Israel as a Jewish state. Unfortunately, the diplomatic destruction Netanyahu is causing will lead Israel to lose its Jewish majority and become a binational state. This unfortunate fact is something no law can hide. We have to build an iron wall to protect Israel. I agree that a nuclear Iran is extremely dangerous, and I believe that it must be prevented. No Israeli leader will accept a nuclear Iran. Housing is the number one problem facing the citizens of Israel. I grew up in a house where service to the country was a way of life, not a means of reaching a personal goal. We have to be responsible in what we say as leaders. I never argued against the position of the chief rabbinate on holy sites, including the Western Wall. There is no difference between me and Netanyahu in reading the threat of Iran. There is no daylight between us on this issue at all. My dad always had huge respect for the British Army. He always thought it was one of the best. And I think it changed his life those 7 years in that army. Israel is duty-bound to take in refugees. The rogue states have to be told that there are lines that cannot be crossed. Netanyahu is beholden to the extreme right. Security is an underlying interest of Israel. The nation of Israel has had enough one-time leaders. Likud has been hijacked by a group of extremist settlers. The government needs to defend its people, to take necessary actions even if they are extremely painful and tragic. The creative treasure of Israel's artists and writers will survive forever. I believe the masses everywhere want peace. The Gaza leadership is stuck in its rhetoric of revolution and resistance, but the people are fed up with their leadership. Iran is a rogue state, a dangerous state. Iran spreads hatred all over the world. I lead Labor. Labor is the party that founded the State of Israel. It's deeply rooted in Israeli society. There is an innate fear that runs within Israeli society of all that we see and hear around us, and you know what? It's a natural reaction of human beings. I think Israel suffered a certain trauma from a unilateral step of pulling out of Gaza.